What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. This one is for a Razor in the comments, looking for a little Dragonfall Bazaar with the pufferfish. Now, there is an issue on this map. I think it might be on others too, but this is the only place I'm really noticing it. You see this weird lens flare thing going every time I look over at the sun. We got a little in-game Ethereal solar eclipse going here. So I'm going to try to not look that way as much as possible. As I've tried everything I can, there's nothing I can do to get rid of it. Now, we are going to take it one step further on this one. We are going to use the pufferfish, of course, destruction, mass destruction, and caustic venom with anti-melee defense rate and piercer servo. We may sneak in a crab cannon for a little petrify action, with destruction, mass destruction, and giant shells. Additionally, I want to take it one step further, and I want to try out the new Arcane barrier a little bit more. This one for solo play, I think it will be fine in Chaos 10. I think in group play it might get beat up a little bit. We'll have to wait and see here. Now, I do think the change for Arcane barrier absorbing the projectiles, I just think it's absolutely enormous for a newer player to the game that doesn't have the EV unlocked. The problem I have with making this like a main type wall that I would use is I use reflect beams for the utility. You know, so my reflect beams normally have range pylon, destructive pylon, and health pylon going on them all the time. So we're gonna have a wall without any health pylon. So that's going to be a little bit sketch, but we will see how it goes. Additionally, we got this super close flyer lane. I'm going to throw a couple flamers up there using destruction, encouraging flames, and deadly strikes. Let's go ahead and get that done first. Now, I think we got some real good lane sharing that can be done with these two lanes anyway. This lane's just going to be a mess, but I think with these two lanes, we can get a pretty good bit of lane sharing with one big stack of pufferfish. So let's go ahead and get them in action here and see what we can do. We are going to try... Well, let me just see how the DU works out. I wanted to try to get 6, or basically 3 pufferfish per lane for the entire map. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to work that out yet, though. So let's see here. We got our 6 in. We can throw our destructive pylon, say, just like right here. We'll get a buff beam in as well for that diffusion, and then throw a little boost star action on it. Are we making it to the wall? We are making it to the wall with the pufferfish, so we should be good there. Here, I got real mixed emotions on this ledge. I've had bad luck many times with many defenses building up here, but I think as far as this lane goes, that's just the place to do it. So let's see. Let's get our destructive pylon in. We'll get buff beam in, and then we could sneak a boost star in here somewhere, right? Maybe. Yeah, we got one in right there. All right, so we got 90 DU left over to assist a little bit more on this short lane and with that flyer lane. I am going to go ahead and throw a crabby cannon down right here. That's going to leave me 40 left. Can't do much with the 40, so I'll just give him a destructive pylon on a reflect beam there. So, all right, we got 300 left. I feel like this is going to be the rough spot right here. Additionally, though, I am a little worried about these walls since I don't have a health pylon going on them. They feel a little squishier than what I'm used to using. So I'm going to throw an upgrade on those as well, and let's let it fly here and see how it goes. I think these two lanes are going to be no problem. I think that lane could end up getting a little sketchy. We'll see how it goes here. Chieftain rolling out. They make the Chieftain pop the buff real quick, so that's a good thing. They're actually spraying over into this lane from up here as well. Yeah, so, you know, that's going to take a lot of pressure off of this side. And I feel like this side was already the strong side, so let's see how this wall holds up through the Chieftain. Took a few shots. Not too bad, though. Not too bad at all. And here I said I was going to try not to look that way. It's hard not to look out that way, especially with that being like the main flyer spawn that you have to pay attention to. But I am going to attempt to not lens flare you all too many times here through this one. No promises. It's just going to happen. Let's see. That chieftain got smoked. All right. Pretty smooth wave one, really. Not too shabby. I think this is just huge. I mean, nothing is going to survive this double lane massacre here. I think that's part of the deal. And, you know, for 2 lanes, that doesn't cost too entirely much. So that just leaves the extra room to throw, like, the crab cannon up here. Let's throw another. Let's just spam them right here. Actually, I'm out of DU, so we'll just let it fly. I think wave 2 will be about the same. I can't anticipate any problems from the bosses. I guess depends on what boss we get. Let's see how it goes. Geez, even getting it like right here, that lens flare. These pufferfish are just tearing up that lane. It actually seems like more projectiles are going over there than they are going over here. I mean, we're getting enough. Everything's dying over here, but yeah, they're putting work in down below there. And then that's leaving these 6 guys, which, you know, 6 pufferfish is just going to spawn camp that. Nothing's going to make it out but the chieftain. And we got a Malthius. So, Malthius shouldn't be too bad. But let's see how it goes. I'm going to stay focused on this chieftain here, though. Well, he died too quick. Chieftain down. Looks like Malthius just got wrecked over here, too. I wasn't paying attention, but 6 pufferfish versus 1 Malthius. The poison damage, of course, is not going to stack up, but that is a whole lot of projectiles just pounding down on one enemy. Let's see. Let's get this area all jacked and let it fly here. This is a great grind map. I really, really wish we got a different material reward for a lot of maps. You know, this is far from the only one. I wish we had something different from like the Malachi Sewers map as well, because it is a pretty enjoyable map to grind out. Try to keep this side view away from that lens flare as much as I can. Yeah, they're definitely putting in big work. Big work. Those projectiles where their enemy dies, they're doing a funny little spin and launch animation. Like right there. That's kind of awesome. We got a cannon ogre and then a little stone wolf. See how this wall holds against that cannon ogre. I mean, it's taking big shots. One of the challenges with this wall as well is you can use... did I even show the wall what I'm using? I'm not sure. I'm using Accumulator Protective and Hardened Servo with Juggernaut Auto Repair and then Arcane Refulgence. The auto repair is pretty awesome, but it only ticks every 5 seconds. So if something, you know, if you get a bunch of bads that are getting real uppity there, it could still end up being a little bit of a problem. But there, I mean, it seems to be holding pretty strong, really, so far. Let's drop another one there. We'll drop another one there, and then just spam here and let it fly. Very, very smooth run altogether. Of course, you know, Chaos 10. It's walls plus anything else. The pufferfish definitely qualify as anything else. There is no doubt. These arcane barriers actually do pretty good. But, you know, like I said, for me, I think the big deal is I'm going to have to find a new home for Destructive Pylon, Health Pylon, and Range Pylon. That right now I have all wrapped into one tidy little package with an anti-heal to boot. So I lose all of that stuff by using the arcane barrier. So I probably won't use them a ton, to be completely honest. But I think they are definitely usable. We did some runs with them in a 4-player groups on stream the other day, and I mean they held. Some of the runs were prettier than others, but for the most part, we got wins the whole time, so that was good. I think this lane is just putting in so much work over here that it's making this area absolutely trivial, because there's, you know, ideally, or the thought here was that you'd have 3 puffers for this lane, 3 puffers for this lane, yet everything is dying right up here because these puffers are reaching them. So I think that that is kind of what's trivializing the map here and what's going on. Maltheus got slapped. Good stuff. I'm not going to do any Wave 5 upgrades, so we'll just let it fly here and see how it all closes out. Pretty smooth sailing on this one. And like I said, it is a fun map. So I just wish, you know, I do the same maps all the time. And it's because, you know, it's a game of grinding the crafting materials. And I need the reroll tokens, and I need the clusters, and I need the ingots. I don't necessarily need any of the other mats, you know? In fact, I've got just an enormous amount of them. So it's not even a matter of just not needing them. It's just I've got a ton sitting if I did decide to use them. But, yeah, it's one of the challenges with picking your grind map. This one would be an absolutely kick-ass grind map, though, if we had a little bit different crafting material. Willing to buy crafting material selector from War Table. I think the chances of that are probably non-existent, but would be awesome. So we got a Hex Thrower all the way up in there. We got, well, he got oiled anyway. And then I think that Flame Aura might have caught him to ignite. We're going to have to shoot this guy. He just doesn't want to come out. But there we go. Pretty smooth sailing. It's a really good defense. You know, definitely does good things. The jellyfish, I don't know. The jellyfish are quite glorious. I love the storm damage and all the shocks going out there. But I think it would be between the puffer and the jellyfish for me as far as, like, favorite defenses from the Aquarian, no doubt. But anyway, that will do it for this time. So thanks a ton for watching. And thanks for voting up Razor's request there, because that's what made me see it. And I figured, what the heck? There we go. Pufferfish and Arcane Barriers on Dragonfall Bazaar Chaos 10. But thanks a ton, y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Take it easy.